Oh, my friends, it's not whether or not you're snarky. It is whether you are snarky enough. Yes, this is the latest dystopian story coming out of the AI fraud universe. And basically, now we have a $2 billion technology company that is literally cutting their employees' 401k contributions in order to fund artificial intelligence. That's right, your retirement fund is being cut to pay for the artificial intelligence improvements that will make your job redundant and get you fired. So not only does this company want to improve their artificial intelligence systems so that they can fire their employees at the end of the day, but when their employees are fired, they want to make sure those snot-nosed little brats don't have any more cushion than they are legally responsible for giving them, which is, I don't know, just a hell of a thing. As I come to say nowadays, many times when I do these videos, it is oh so 2026. So we go take a look at this. A $2 billion tech firm is halting 401k contributions for staff. The company made a benefits decision that signals something bigger about where corporate America is heading. And I think that's one of the big things I want to be talking about right now for a lot of these videos. When we talk about the AI fraud, when we talk about the downsizing of technology staff in the United States, is basically when we're talking about these things, we need to think about what's going on in the macro world. Once one company does something, everybody else does it. Remember during COVID, right? Some technology companies started overhiring. So all technology companies started overhiring, right? Elon Musk comes out, wipes out 75% of the staff at Twitter. All of a sudden, all technology companies try to wipe out, massive percentages of their employees. And I want you to understand this about these CEOs, right? They are not visionaries. They are not people on the cutting edge of the future. Most of them are lemmings that have simply monopolized cornerstone components of the foundations of our civilization and are basically sucking out as much rent money as possible for those things. So when one company does something, when one CEO does something, you can expect the other CEOs to follow along. So we go down here. Most companies cutting costs in 2026 have reached for the same lever, headcount. One customer experience technology company just pulled a different one, and it sent a message that goes well beyond its own workforce. TTEC has suspended its 401k employer match for all U.S. employees through the end of 2026, citing the need to redirect resources toward AI investments. For approximately 16,000 American workers, the retirement benefit they were counting on quietly disappeared on April 30th. And so, again, when we're talking about this, we got to be thinking about the numbers. 16,000 employees that could have up to 3% of their 401k matched are no longer getting that because the money is going towards AI. Quote, we have made the difficult decision to suspend the discretionary company's match to the TTEC 401k program effective Q2 2026, Laura Butler, the chief people officer, said. Butler said the 9-month suspension would, quote, protect the long-term strength of the business and give TTEC greater financial flexibility to keep investing in the, quote, the tools, training, and capabilities that will define our future. The pause will be reassessed at the start of 2027. If our business performance supports it, we intend to resume contributions. So it's very important to look at this. It is not simply they're saying, hey, we needed an extra $1 billion in order to pay for these improvements. Basically, they're saying, we want to invest in AI services. If we see a need to bring back 401k matching, we will. And if not, we won't. Let's see. A TTEC spokesperson confirmed the suspension to Business Insider, describing it as, quote, part of a broader set of actions to create the financial flexibility needed to accelerate our business transformation. The spokesperson added that a tax-deferred retirement plan remains in place for employees. So basically, if employees want to contribute their own money, that's still there. That's a good thing. There is simply not the 401k matching. What makes this decision notable is not just that TTEC cut a retirement benefit. It is that the company explicitly connected the two moves moves in the same breath, TTEC told Business Insider that the areas it intends to invest in include AI certifications, AI-enabled tools and training, performance coaching, automation, and workforce education programs. Quote, this was done to invest aggressively in the capabilities that will define our competitiveness and create long-term opportunities for our employees and clients. So yeah. There you go. There you go. Your benefits program is now being eaten up by the AI fraud. And I will be curious to see basically how far this goes, right? Because a lot of companies are going to be running into problems where at a certain point you simply can't cut any more employees. Now, many of these companies, probably most of these companies, have a lot of worthless employees. But to be clear, not all employees are worthless, and most of them actually probably do something useful. And so as they're sitting there trying to figure out what to do with the macroeconomic forces that are going on right now, trying to figure out how to invest in artificial intelligence, one of the questions is basically, where can they get money from? As I've talked about before, when you're the CEO of a company, you have one pot of money. Something the technology professionals don't seem to grasp is out of that one pot of money, both comes, servers and GPUs and all that kind of stuff, and toilet paper. And toilet paper. As I've talked about before, your company has problems. Back in the day, it used to be it's like Golden Lion coffee, right? Your company, this is how it used to be. Back when I was young, right? Your company would have Starbucks coffee, right? These little packages of Starbucks coffee, and that's what you make your coffee with. And you're like, wow, our company is doing good. We get Starbucks coffee in our coffee room. And then one day you come in and it was Golden Lion coffee. These two things are not the same. You're like, what happened? It's like your company's going bankrupt. Your company's going bankrupt, but they still know that the geeks need to be caffeinated. So you're getting Golden Lion coffee. Like that was the warning sign. Or when the toilet paper, when your ass starts itching, and you're like, what's wrong with my ass? And then you realize the toilet paper just doesn't seem like how it used to. And that because you used to get gold plated, 5-layer quilted toilet paper before. And now you're getting single ply newspaper on the roll, right? The reason is because the company is running out of money. And so they're trying to save money in ways that they think isn't going to piss off people too much. This is one of the things we've heard a lot about for a lot of the big tech companies, where a lot of these weird perks, the little snack areas they've had, and free lunches and free dinners, and a lot of that kind of stuff has disappeared because it is actually shockingly expensive to provide that kind of stuff. And so if they need money, that's where they're going to try to get the money from. So we've seen a lot of these companies right now, they've just been going to the old-fashioned lay off a lot of people, and basically then you don't have to pay those people anymore, right? The issues you get to is at a certain point, you really can't be laying off more people for any number of reasons. So they've got to figure out how to make the numbers, how to make 2 + 2 actually equal 4. And so that's where you see the Golden Lion coffee. That's where you see the newspaper toilet paper. That's where you see the snack bars being cut, that kind of thing. And I think what's kind of interesting here with this basic idea is what if they can cut benefits, right? Because if you cut salary, like people are weird about salary. I've talked about those before, where like one of the big problems with raising people's minimum wage to $15 an hour, beyond whether or not that's affordable, is that people. So if you had a person in an office who was making $15 an hour before, it's $15 an hour yesterday, and you had somebody making $10 an hour yesterday, and $10 an hour is the minimum wage. One of the weird things that happens is automatic minimum wage goes to $15 an hour. So now this person's salary goes up. But the weird part is with the first person was making $15 yesterday and is making $15 today. Yesterday they were happy with $15 an hour. But here's the thing. They don't want to make minimum wage. I've actually gotten into this conversation, and I've been told I'm the dumb one. That basically there are a lot of employees out there that it's like they were paid $15 an hour 6 months ago. They were paid $15 an hour yesterday. Again, the numbers worked out for them. They found $15 an hour acceptable. But when minimum wage goes up to $15 an hour, it's not $15 an hour that's the problem. Is that they should be making more than minimum wage, which one of the reasons I'm very happy I'm not a boss anymore, right? So not only, if you're a company owner, are you having to pay people more because the minimum wage goes up, but then the employees that you had before that were happy with their salaries, you now have to put their wages up just because, right? There's this psychological thing about what the paycheck looks like. And so one of the things is these companies might be looking at is like, well, we can't really fuck with the paycheck itself, right? Hey, what if everybody takes a 5% pay haircut? That's probably not going to go over well. But here's an interesting thing. Again, what if you stop matching for the 401k plans? Again, if this is 3%, so basically, people had to put in 6% of their salary to get a 3% matching. So basically, that's probably like a 1% salary cut across the board. So it might be one of those things like, people don't look at 401ks the same way as they do as their salary. It's a psychological thing. It's part of the benefits package, right? You reduce the 401k contribution and the benefits package goes down. But for some reason, it psychologically does not hit the same way as if your salary goes down. If they cut 1% off of your salary, oh, hell's gonna break loose. They cut 3% off of your 401k, but again, basically from your whatever the benefits package that you get, and for some reason that can glide over with people a lot better psychologically. And so one of the things I'll be curious about over the next year or so is how many of these technology companies start eviscerating their benefits packages. Now, it's interesting. I have a friend of mine right now that his startup company that he works for has an incredible benefits package, and he's using all of it right now. And one of the interesting things, like with this, it hit me. I was out drinking a beer with him the other night, and he was there with his wife, and he was talking about it. It's like, yeah, well, that's the nice thing in being in the technology world. Our benefits packages are so good. I think that's one thing that gets overlooked. It's not just the pay is good, but the benefits packages are good. And so when a lot of companies, they might be looking at it and they say, we touch the pay, all hell's gonna break loose. But what if we start doing the gold lion thing to the healthcare, the health insurance packages, disability packages, like if they offer AFLAC, that type of thing, maternity or paternity packages? Could we start to see a lot more cuts in those areas as these companies try to, size financially for the current environment, and then quote unquote invest into AI? And then the curious thing is if they can keep their employees satisfied enough to not mutiny, right? Then in 2027, do you bring it back? That's always one of the weird things with these companies. They say this type of thing like, well, if we hit our numbers, we'll bring it back. And it's like, yeah, but if you prove that your employees won't quit and they keep their KPIs, they keep their levels of productivity with this new thing, why would you give them more benefits? That's not how capitalism works. Come on now, people. So anyways, there we go. We see this company that is now cutting 401k contributions in order to fund the AI fraud. How do you think this is gonna go? Are we gonna start to see a lot of geeks crying? Are we gonna start to see a lot of tears in the tech world? I do believe we will. So what do you think about this? Put your thoughts down below. Do remember, if you like these episodes, they're now on Spotify and they are now on Apple Podcast. Links for those are in the doobly-doo. There's also a link down there for my LinkedIn account if you want to follow the stuff that I do with technology and some other things. And with that, see y'all later.